Hey folks, welcome to another VR video. It is still Steam Next Fest, and today we're checking out Maestro VR. Before I get started, I want to thank the MetaQuest Ambassador Program for access to the hardware used in this video. We're going to try the tutorial first.
Welcome to your first rehearsal as a conductor.
I have never been a conductor
Here
before.
you will learn the basic concepts to conduct the orchestra.
I don't
We will
really have
start
rhythm, so this is
with
going to be
tempo.
interesting.
Tempo is the speed at which a piece
Oh
of
wow,
music is
I've
played
got the
and is
baton.
indicated by the BPM, beats per minute. This is the icon for the BPM and indicates that there are 105 beats in a minute. Now we know the speed of the beat. In terms of musical notation, a beat corresponds with the piece's time signature. The time signatures specify how many beats are contained in each bar. 4 beats per bar. 3 beats per bar. 2 beats per bar. Now we know the tempo, and you will have to communicate it to your orchestra with your baton.
I hope I was doing that right.
In front of
that's
you,
how I feel
spheres
like
appear. Each one represents the
Okay.
beat and its position according to the time signature.
Okay, let's do this.
With your right hand, you will have to follow them before they disappear.
Oh, this is going to be crazy. All right.
4 beats per bar. 3 beats per bar. 2 beats per bar.
Okay.
Now, let's get to know the interface. Here you can see the current time signature and beats. This bar indicates conducting points.
So this is
Every
really a
time
lot
you
like
fail to
Guitar
follow the
Hero or
beat,
Rock
you
Band,
will
but
lose
with a
points.
baton.
But you will recover
I'm really
points
excited
if you
for this
follow
one.
the beat correctly. If
I'm
you
going
lose
to
all your
fail
conducting
also,
points,
just letting you
the
know.
orchestra will be confused and stop playing. This is the accuracy percentage. If you do everything correctly, your accuracy will be 100%. Here is indicated the experience gained in each concert. If you do it right, you will gain experience, but you can also lose it. The more
My hands look
experience
so
you
old.
accumulate, you'll get new titles, and the more people will come to your concerts. This is the timeline. When an icon crosses this line, it will trigger its
2-4
action.
would be.
The green bar indicates the duration of the music. Now you will test what you've learned. Press the grip of your left controller to see the ray interactor.
Okay.
Here you can adjust your height. Before starting, you can see here the time signature and the
It's
BPM.
4-4, 105.
When you press start, you will have 4 free beats before starting.
All right, here we go. I got 49%. I didn't completely fail. So we have completed tempo. Now we will move on to strings.
Now it's time to learn the instruments of the orchestra.
This is
As
very
you can
cool.
see,
We've got
you
some
will
violins
start
all
with the
around us,
string
some
instruments.
basses,
To
a
your
cello.
left are the violins, and to your right is the viola, the cello, and the double bass. These are the icons to represent them in the interface. First violin, second violin,
First violin, second
viola,
violin, viola,
cello,
cello,
double bass.
double bass.
One of the main tasks of the conductor is to ensure correct entries by orchestra members.
Okay.
Basically, tell the musicians when they have to play. To do this, when an instrument icon crosses the timeline, you'll need to press the grip of your left controller to see the ray interactor to make sure you're pointing at the instrument, and press the trigger of your left controller to indicate that it has to play.
Okay, this is
If you
ridiculous. I'm going to
fail, you will
fail.
lose conducting points, and the musicians on that instrument will get confused and stop playing. With your left hand, give correct entries to instruments, and don't forget with your right hand, you must keep the tempo. Now, you will test what you've learned.
I'm going to fail. Man. -56.5%. I did a little bit better, but -16, I think, experience is what I got on that. Either way, getting the gist of what I have to do. Obviously, the orchestra gets larger and larger, though. Next, we've got woodwinds.
In front of you, you have the woodwind instruments. Let's learn their icons and their location. Flute, oboe, clarinet, bassoon. In the same way as with the strings, you will have to ensure correct entries for each musician. If you have less than 25 conducting points, the woodwind players will be confused, and even if you ensure them the correct entries, they won't play. Now you will test what you've learned.
All right, let's try. I predict a failure. -55.9. Only -1 experience that time. Getting a little bit better. Still 0 experience points. All right, now I'll do some brass instruments, which are probably even more difficult, right?
The next instruments you should know about are the brass instruments. Let's learn their icons and their location. Horn, trumpet, trombone,
Tuba.
tuba. If you have less than 50 conducting points,
Oh, wow.
the brass players will be confused. Now you will test what you've learned.
So I actually finally got some experience. 41 experience points, 67.6% success rate. I think I'm ready to take the stage. I'm not ready to take any stages. This is fantastic, though. I feel like I'm actually learning how to be the conductor of a symphony orchestra. This is I know it's likely not anything like this. It's very fun.
At the back of the room are the percussion instruments. There are many percussion instruments.
I see that.
But so you don't have to learn them all, we'll focus on the main sections. Timpani. Unpitched percussion.
Okay.
Pitched percussion. If you have less than 75 conducting points, percussion
75?
players will be confused.
They're going to be confused instantly.
Now you will test what you've learned.
I always have to test what I've learned. "97 experience I'm up to." It's almost like I almost have practiced enough to almost get the hang of this. 78.4%. That's not bad. That's the best I've done so far. Let's see what the next set of instruments is. Oh no. Dynamic markings and dynamic changes are coming up. Just as I thought I was understanding what I was doing.
In the music, the dynamics is the variation in loudness between notes or phrases. To indicate the variations in dynamics, we will modify the conducting tempo pattern.
Oh no.
The normal pattern is mezzo forte, meaning moderately loud. To reduce the intensity of the dynamics, the pattern will be more compact. Piano, meaning quiet.
Oh crap.
To reduce the dynamic even more, you will use both hands. Pianissimo, meaning
Oh, wow.
very quiet. To increase the intensity of the dynamics, the pattern will be increased. Forte, meaning loud. And with both hands. Fortissimo, meaning very loud. When a dynamic icon crosses the timeline,
Oh,
the
wow.
pattern will change. Now you will test what you've learned.
I somehow got 16 points there, it looks like. I feel like I did terribly there. And we still have 2 more sections of the tutorial. Up next, we've got dynamic changes.
The dynamics change indicates that the intensity can be gradually increased or decreased. Crescendo, meaning increasing. Decrescendo, meaning decreasing. When the dynamics line crosses the timeline, a pyramid will appear on your left. Follow it with your hand to indicate that you are increasing or decreasing the dynamic.
All right. I think I can do that part.
The duration of the dynamics changes will be active as long as the dynamics lines intersect the timeline.
Makes sense.
Now you will test what you've learned.
Oh man. I did so badly, but yeah, I lost 5 points of experience there. I thought it was going to be easier. It was not. So we're about to finish the last section of the tutorial. I've got some experience. I'm probably going to lose all 111 points, to be perfectly honest. Let's see what happens with the orchestra.
You know the basic instruments of the orchestra, but there are some more instruments that you can find in some musical pieces, such as saxophones, piano, harp, singers, and many others. You just have to keep an eye on the instrument icon and its location to ensure the entries when they have to play. You now know the basics of conducting. Now you will put into practice everything you learned in this tutorial.
Here we go.
This is your orchestra.
So this is my orchestra. This is awesome. Well, I'm about to get fired from my job as the maestro of this orchestra, but let's do it. Man. Game over. I have been fired from the orchestra just like I predicted. I hope you've enjoyed this video. This was a ton of fun. This is Maestro VR. This demo is available as part of Steam Next Fest right now. I will be back with more content soon. Until next time, get out there and enjoy some VR for yourself. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye now.